What's up, everybody? Jason Pickett here, back with episode 5 of Dancer Reacts. That's right, you heard it here first. Renamed the series from Dance Teacher Reacts to Dancer Reacts because I think it's better algorithmically for all those social media wizards out there. I was feeling a little bit low on energy last episode, so hopefully you didn't notice that too much, but this episode, we're in a rush, so automatically more energized. Let's get right to it. This is a series where I react to dance videos, whether they be viral, competition, whatever the case may be, dance videos that I find online. I react to them and I tell you my thoughts. I'm a professional dancer and choreographer. I've been one for about 10 years now. I'm based out of Utah, and we're on episode 5, so let's hop right into it. This week we are checking out teen hip-hop large group Plain Jane, premier dance company. We're getting real heavy here. Okay, this says 521,000 views. Hall of Fame Dance Challenge, HF for short. March 22nd, 2019. Shall we jump right into it? Here we go. Pressing play.
Hip Hop Phase Division 14, Plain Jane.
All right, let's see what we got.
Been that basketball, we playing that a lot. I'm in this get to the chicken whip it, then I flip it and trap it off. I gotta get to the dollar on the hitters and back, come on. Smoking on gas a lot, ready to whack, come on. Come on.
Okay, dope. All right, so we jumped in here. One thing off the top of my head, I don't know why this came into my head, but walk on and walk off. Sometimes this is talked about when it comes to competition dance. Nobody cares. Don't put any effort into them if you do not want to, or it's not necessary for the piece, because nobody cares. Half the time, as a judge, I'm not even paying attention to the walk on and walk off. I'm trying to either score the previous routine or score your routine. So it's really not too big of a deal. Second thing, we had a good soft intro, we'd say, right? It was subtle, wasn't anything crazy, started off kind of slow, and then bam, right away we hit into something really powerful. This is a really typical competition routine. It looks to be about 2 minutes and 30 seconds-ish. So we gotta get in, we gotta get out, we gotta get our point across. Right off the rip, I would say the biggest thing for me would be we need to get a little bit lower. We need to use that plie and actually move through the plie instead of just hitting a level. And then the second thing is it feels like we're a tad bit out of pocket. Could be the Bluetooth headphones that I'm using, but I feel like we are a little bit fast. I think there's a little bit more to each move that we could give. We wanna think about, I always explain it like a bucket of water. If we fill it up too much, it overflows. If we fill it up too little, we're not getting the most effective amount of water. So we wanna fill it up right until the point where it's gonna overflow. That's the same thing with movement. We wanna fill up that musicality all the way till it's about to overflow. Let's get back into it. Here we are. These are on the wrong side. I was right the first time. Jason. All right, here we go.
Come on. Come on. This what I do to the head. The chopper hit him, tell him back, come on. She like Applejack, I like applesauce. Don't pass it on.
Nice. Okay, so one thing again with the level thing, like even on that boom, boom, on that part, if we were grounded and working through the plie, it would have just felt a little bit stronger. Right now, a lot of this feels very flatlined. Not energy-wise, not difficulty-wise, not flatlined in any of those areas. It just feels uninteresting because we're staying in the same height and we're also using the same texture of movement. So that would be kind of my take right now.
I'm in the ticket to trap hard.
I got the moves. I'm making moves.
Music there.
You gotta move. She made that back move. She made the city move. I made the city move. I made the city move. Look, I'm a don. I gave my whole family jobs and I take care of my mom. Me and my girl been through so much, that's my partner in crime. Touch any of the above, now you harder to find. Gone.
Ride with the mob.
Nice. That song I just felt like was really empty. I don't feel like I feel like what they were going for was like a change of tempo, which is what we talk about, right? Taking from slow to fast or fast to slow, or just changing up your overall tempo and kind of approach to the piece, which is dope. You need to do that. But I feel like that might have been the wrong song, because although it has the, I gotta move, she gotta move, it still has that like 808 in the background that's really consistent, and it has a lot of like, it still has a good tempo to it. So to do really slow movement to it, it's just a hard piece. I tried to choreograph that piece one time. I had a piece to it, and it just didn't work out. It wasn't super fantastic, and it's just a weird song. So I think to solve that, they could have added a little bit more substance. His dancers are plenty good enough to have a little bit more substance in there, and then it would have made some of those little details pop a little bit more. Third song.
Check you and me and do your job.
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. That could have been bigger, so they could have moved more. Bigger step, and then it could have been grounded more, so that we feel that a little bit more. Dun, 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 dun. But you know, they're
Is the name, all of the chain. Turn on for the watch, plain Jane. I go crazy in my Yeezy, Kurt Neezy on the beat. I told them that we finna glow up in the street. Rappers talk subliminal, but they don't talk to me.
The other thing that I'm seeing, what category is this? I'm not sure what category this is. It says teen hip hop large group, but I don't know what like level. That's what I was looking for, like beginning, intermediate, advanced. I would say that these dancers are probably advanced dancers, but this routine might be intermediate. Where I'm getting at with that is, I don't think the routine is moving enough. I don't think we have enough formations, and I also don't think we're playing the stage enough. I don't think that you need to overdo stage work. Like, you don't need to be running all over the stage all the time, but we do need to use the stage. And I also feel like it's very forward. So even though we've changed our formation, it feels the same because we've been in the same point of the stage facing the same direction.
I'm in the Jersey Shore like Paulie D. Shout out to them
Same thing, we're still doing.
I get it how I live it. I live it how I get it.
Lower there.
With a lemon.
Low.
Not 'cause she ain't living. It's just you could catch me.
Yeah, there's some really great intention here, and like I can see their performance even from here. They have good quality to them, good confidence. They just need to get lower, and we'll talk about like where that comes from.
Bouncing around, bouncing.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see my knee. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got a hit, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. We bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Nice. Very well done. Okay, so here's my overall impressions. I think energy was great. I think performance was great. I think this is a great group of dancers. I think our choreography fell a little tiny bit short. I think we could have had a little bit more substance and a little more variety. And I also think that we could have played the stage more and used a little bit more dynamics. Sometimes, unfortunately, I think hip-hop routines at studios, they just kind of get thrown away and they're focused more on their other routines. But hip-hop is just such a unique style, and it's something that really, really caters to dancers that want to dance professionally, because it has those performance aspects, it has the energy aspects, it has the cleanliness, it has all of these different things that are required for it to be a really dope routine. And all of those things are really good skills to have when you transition into industry work. So I think that we could have been a little bit more creative when it comes to formations, the variety of formations, variety of movement, and then also staging of the routine, right? Moving around the stage. How are you using the stage, and how does that play into your piece? The second thing is what we've talked about before, which is making sure that we're training our proper hip hop foundation, right? Bounce, rock, roll, and skate, breaking, light feet, new jack, and freestyle, right? We want to make sure that we're teaching and learning and working on some, if not all of those factors of hip hop, even if that's not the goal, even if the goal is not to make incredible hip hop dancers. When we talk about choreography, even commercial choreography, those elements of hip hop are so important to giving it that style that we know is hip hop, but sometimes we don't know how to teach it or where it comes from, if that makes sense. We can recognize it and see that's a really dope hip hop dancer, but what we're missing to understand is that that's because they have correct hip hop foundation. So training that bounce, that rock, that roll, that skate, and working through those New Jack grooves and those movements to find our floor, find our rhythm, find our personality, and then applying that to a more commercial choreography setting, bam, 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 pew, we got a dope routine. Again, dope dancers, the energy was great, the mix was dope, really good clump of songs, especially for the time period. This would have been last season. So not this season that passed, but the season before. And overall, I mean, really, really good stuff. It's clean. It had good energy. Again, I just think this group could have been pushed more. And that's kind of my critique for a lot of competition dance routines when it comes to hip hop is I feel like we need to push it more. You know, we need to bring it to the forefront a little bit more. Hip hop teachers and choreographers, we need to bring our routines to the forefront more, bring our routines up so that they're not just that fun routine that people do on the side of their jazz, contemporary, lyrical ballet. You know what I mean? It's a routine that actually has substance and actually means something. So those are my thoughts. That's the tea or coffee, shall we say. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. Make sure if you have a video or routine that you want me to react to comment down below or send me a message, and I will be happy and glad to react to that. And we'll see you next time, episode 6, Dancer Reacts. I have to do this again? Bam.